everyone, and welcome back to Sage, the podcast where we talk to the people who know best about how to thrive on campus. My name is Maddie Priest, and here with you today is Ben Linzey. So, Ben, can you tell us a little bit about what it is you do for CMU?
Absolutely. So, student body president, and I'm a student ambassador. So, as a student body president, my biggest responsibility is to really just represent the students in all manners of that word, I guess you could say, whether it's with the administration, the faculty, to other universities, and a lot of the day-to-day responsibilities is just communicating with all those different groups, and all just really just ensuring that our processes within ASG, like the money allocation and other referendum applications and things like that, go through properly. So really just oversight of the organization, and then also just the representation factor.
What do you think is the most important thing that the Associated Student Government does for the students?
That's great. I mean, the biggest thing that I've seen in my 3 years of experience is it really is a voice for the students, and I think that's often forgotten or I guess put on the wayside, is that we have those meetings with John Marshall, we have those meetings with Foster, we have those meetings with the faculty every single week, and so we really can go into those meetings and be heard, and that's really, it's an awesome responsibility to have, and it's a great way really for students to be sure that they are heard, whether they are in ASG or elsewhere on campus, because that's what we're here to do, is we're here to be their voice.
So you say that you guys are the voice for the students. Why do you think it's important that the students are paying attention to who's speaking for them?
I mean, keeping them accountable, that's the biggest thing, and that's why we have elections, that's why we have processes to where if someone's not doing the best job, they can be removed from that position. But that's why it's so important for people to pay attention, because if you don't know what we're saying, then how do you know if you're being best represented? So definitely being knowledgeable in what we're doing, whether it's just handing out $1,000 to this club or whatever the account may be, or whoever's receiving it. If you don't like that, we want to know, because we don't know unless you tell us.
Right. So how can someone get involved with ASG?
Yeah, so we have an election every single year. In the May, we just got done with our last one. And so we have, generally around that spring break time, people can put in intent to run forms. It changes every year, just depending on who's in charge. But yeah, you can put in your intent to run form and run through that general election. If there's open seats, so currently I know we have, I believe, 4 open seats after the election, and just from other appointments and such, you can be appointed onto the Senate by the Senate leader. So this year, Sam Gash, I think we appointed probably 9 senators, and that just happens throughout the year whenever those seats open up. So if you are interested in ASG, know what's going on, maybe come to some of the meetings, get your name on the list of those that are interested with the Senate leader, and they'll be sure to contact you if a spot opens up.
What can you tell me about the election that just happened?
It was an awesome election. We had 901 votes, which was a great turnout. Compared to the last few years, we've kind of been on the decline. And I think a large part of that is maybe from just using OrgSync, and I think you're kind of getting onto the point of student interest and being really knowledgeable in what's going on. But it was a good turnout. We were obviously hoping for a little bit more, but we had enough to get that 10%, which we needed for our Constitution to be passed. But all of the candidates that were elected, I'm super excited to see what they can do. And I think that the school is in good hands for next year, regardless of the position and who's in there.
What exactly is your story on how you came to be where you're at now?
Yeah. So I started at Mesa as an ambassador, and that really opened up all the doors for me. We do all the tours for admissions, or kind of like the mini admissions interns. They say we're the face of the school, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But so we do all the tours for them, and then just recruitment experiences. And with that, I was able to meet a lot of awesome leaders on campus, and I met Josh Dellinger through ambassadors. And I initially started working with him through Mavreds. I was a dispatcher for him, and he was kind of always throwing on the idea with his previous experience within ASG of running again, and he was always kind of put the thought in the back of my mind of maybe you could do it with me. And so we did decide to do that after I was the chief of staff for Ms. Nahar and Benish the year prior, and then we won the presidency and vice presidency. And then that December I stepped into the presidential role when Josh stepped down, just for personal reasons. And then ever since then I've been here and doing this.
Yeah.
So almost 2 years now. But it's been a blast and awesome experience. I've definitely learned more outside of don't want to bash on nursing at all, but I definitely learned more outside of the classroom of skills that I can apply for the rest of my life than I think I did inside, and that's been really special to have that opportunity here.
Yeah. What advice do you have for someone who's interested in pursuing a path with ASG?
Definitely get involved at an early time in your college career, I guess you could say. It's something that you can do as a freshman and as a sophomore. I think this year we had 3 freshmen who were just appointed throughout the year. It's not something where you have to be knowledgeable in it either. You'll learn as you do the process or go through the processes that we have. So it is something that where if you have nothing else to do on campus, join ASG. And that's another one of those organizations on campus that will open doors to other opportunities, other interests. I know many senators that have started in Senate and then gone off to be other org leaders or other executive positions in other organizations, but it is a good get your foot in the door opportunity for student life and just to see what is going on campus. And so get involved at an early time, and I've always said on my tours and to other students in general, get involved in one thing, whether it's ASG or a club or even a book club, whatever it may be, just a group of friends that does something. It's really going to enrich your college experience that much more, whether you know it will or not. So try everything you can and do at least one thing.
Yeah, cool. All right, well, this has been Ben Linzey here talking to us about his experience with ASG and how people can get more involved in their student government. I'm Maddie Priest, and you've been listening to Sage.